Okay, guys, here we are picking up. I hope these 6 problems went well and didn't cause you too much trouble, but let's go over the answers just in case. So they gave us a little info that says CG, so CG and EH, let's find it, EH, and FJ. These are all mid-segments of their respective triangles. So the first one we'll start with. They want to know C2G. So if we know this is a mid-segment, which they told us that orange one was, it should be half of this. So you just take that 33 and cut it in half, and CG, whoops, should equal 16.5. And that's all there is to the first one. 31 asks us for EH, which is this guy right here. It is a mid-segment. It's the one they told us earlier. So if it's a mid-segment, that light green one, it'll be a mid-segment EH, which will be half as much as DB. Now, I don't know what DB is, but I don't know if CB is 22. So DC has to also be 22. They didn't put the marks, but they did tell us it was a mid-segment. So that's how I know they're both 22. So then, if I go in further, EH has to be half of DC, so EH has to be 11. And that's your answer for that one. FJ. Ooh, this one is usually the one that gets people. So FJ is a mid-segment. It's this red one, which they had told us earlier, which means this one is half of this one. But I don't actually know how long GH is. I know how long GC is, but to find GH, I have to find the middle of that. So it would be 16.5 cut in half, which is 8.25, which is probably what a lot of people got, but isn't actually the correct answer. You then have to cut that in half to get this one. So for FJ, you should actually get half of 8.25, which is 4.125. So that one was a little bit tricky. Then they want to go in and be like, do you remember angles from before? You thought you were done, but you were not. Because they told us these original ones, I'll just get the numbers out of the way. They told us these original ones were mid-segments. These are the ones I had earlier as mid-segments, which means that they're also parallel. That is from right here. It's half as long and parallel. So we can use some old school stuff like alternate interior or alternate exterior, corresponding, etc., etc. So like this one's parallel with this one, which is parallel with this one, and this one and this one are parallel. So the next question asks us the measure of angle C that's connected by D and G. So C that connects with D and G is this one right here. So if I know that this is 57, I can say that this is also 57 corresponding, and then I could say that these two, then after that I could say DCG. I'm like, I'm sorry. See, I'm messing up so much today, guys. DCG. We're done already. D connects C to G, so it's this one, not this one. So we got 57. That's all there was to it, corresponding angles. I was thinking it was going to be more complicated. Let's go light blue. Okay, so 34 asks for GHE. Make sure I get this one right. G to H to E. So this angle, which looks like G to H to E, is also going to be 57 because these two are corresponding. And again, the lines are parallel from it being a mid-segment. So that one's also 57. And then our very last question asks for FJH. So FJH is this angle right here, which isn't much more, but a little bit more work. We'd say this green one is also 57 because it's corresponding with that blue one. And then the purple and the green make a straight line, meaning they add to 180. So all I have to do for the green one, for the purple one, is 180 minus 57, which is 123, I believe. So the measure of angle FJH is 123. How many did you guys get? I think this one was the hardest one that people usually miss. Maybe that's the second hardest one. So you guys are free to work on this homework now. I will warn you, they throw some variables in there. So if this is 10, this would be 5. But if this is like 22x minus 8, then this half would be 11x minus 4. So sometimes they use letters in the homework. Thanks, and see you guys in a couple hours.